I mean, money is actually mined into existence through credit creation. So like he was saying, you just go to the bank, that's why you find that the biggest borrowers in the world are the richest people.
Yeah.
Because they're able to create credit. You see that they just tap the numbers and here you get the money. What they're doing is they're not spending the actual money that you have in your hand, they're spending the value of your money.
Yeah.
That's why the difference comes in.
Yeah.
What used to happen a long time ago, when you look at the history and the wars and the money, you find that the government or the country would fight a war and they would fight until the money that they have in their reserve is done. Actually, that's what was happening during God's standard. But right now, what government do is that when they're fighting war, they fight until the liquid money that everyone has in the country is done. You see, they don't fight using the money that they have, they fight using the money that people actually have. Yeah. And what
they buy things from the shop.
Yeah. Exactly. You see, but what Bitcoin comes to do, it creates a leveled playing field where the money that is existing in your hand is actually your money. If the government is going to use it, it is going to be either in form of you going to buy, maybe when the government issues a bond or something like that, then you give them the money like that, but they don't use it without your consent. You see, so Bitcoin comes to create that leveled flow of money in a way that your money is your money. When you have your money, it's actually your money. What happens right now with the new system is that when you want to buy something in the shop, let's say you want to use a credit card. Yeah, when you show the person who is selling the credit card, your card, when they swipe it, what is happening is that the person in the shop is actually getting the card, showing it to your bank, saying that does this person actually have money that I want to spend in my shop? Then the bank will be like, okay, let me check. Oh yeah, this person actually has money, so they approve that transaction, and then they get a certain commission from your transaction, right? Yeah, and then they will let the transaction go like that. So there's always like a third person involved in whatever you're doing with this monetary system. But with Bitcoin, what you are doing is that when you buy something, you show your card to someone, but only that someone is a network of computers which are validating whether you have the money or not. So whether you have the money or not, those computers are able to tell. And when you have the money, the transaction is clear, just like that. Yeah, but with the bank can actually decline the transaction even if you have money. They have power over your money. It's centralized. Whatever the government says goes, and the value of money is actually what the government says. You see, so the difference between this system that exists and the Bitcoin system, the technology of Bitcoin, is that the power comes from the government with the fiat standard. The power comes from the government going to the people. But with Bitcoin, the power comes from the people going to the system. Yeah. You get, right?
Wow. Good one.
Wow.
You know it.
Yeah. So when you look at that, you get to realize that when you actually have your money, you actually have that money and the value that it has. It's yours, and no one can use the value of your money. It's just awesome, the technology.
Show your t-shirt now. Rules without rules.
Yeah. Nice.